Hey everyone, welcome back to Alf's Mustang Garage. We are back on our 67 Mustang Coupe restoration. Metal work is done. The engine bay is painted. The floor is painted. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn this car into a roller. That way it can go to the bodywork phase and paint, and then it's all the fun stuff after that. So today's video, we're gonna do some little micro videos, if you call them. I don't know, for lack of better words. We're gonna show you how to install the coil spring, the spring insulator that goes on the top, and the spring saddle. If you're about to go through a restoration or just a general repair on stuff that's wore out on your classic Mustang, ordering the right part that fits can be overwhelming. So let me try and help you out with that. ACP, All Classic Parts, has been manufacturing reproduction parts for these classic Mustangs and other Fords for 35 years. We've been installing their parts on our client cars since we started back in 2018. I can tell you that they fit, they're high quality, they stand behind their product, and what more could you ask for? So whether it's suspension, steering, radiators, engine brackets, oil pans, interior stuff, you'll probably be surprised as to how many things they're manufacturing. Jump on their website, check them out. I highly recommend ACP parts for your nice daily driving cruiser that you're building or just trying to keep on the road and out of the garage. This little part right here, if you're ever taking out your coil springs, 10 times out of 10, this old insulator at the very top is gonna be petrified. It's gonna fall apart. So plan ahead, get yourself one of these little upper coil spring insulators. Let me show you how it goes on. So here is the top of your spring. Hopefully you can see this on camera pretty well, but it literally just kind of rolls right in through the top. Just like that. Justin's over here cringing because he's like wants to like jump in and like do it for me. So, okay. So yeah, don't forget that little guy right there. And there's the other part I'm gonna show you to be careful with when you install this spring. Let me show you this. Here's your shock tower with nothing on it. You're gonna look up here and you're gonna see this upper retainer for your coil spring, okay? Your insulator is going to go around that, of course, when it's on the spring, right? But you want to, when you install this, you want to make sure it doesn't roll on you with your spring. So when you're installing this, you just want to like make sure that that is all in there correctly. So that's how that goes, except obviously there'll be a coil spring there. Okay, since we're installing a coil spring, you're also going to need a coil spring saddle, okay? Another quality ACP part. Again, we're just kind of working on a basic cruiser. We're not putting coilovers on the car. We're just looking for some good factory reproduction stuff, okay? That's the ACP. So this fits perfectly. This is also going to fit perfectly. So let me show you how this goes and how to set up the tool that we use. And I'll talk about that as well, because it is by far the safest tool on the market when it comes to compressing these coil springs. Okay, you got your spring, you got your ACP insulator on there. Now we're going to install an ACP spring saddle. Okay, so you'll notice there's a little locator tab right here. That is where the end of your coil spring is going to line up to. So it's going to go just like that. Hopefully you can see that on camera. And then when it goes into the car, that'll be the inboard side of your shock tower. So just like that. And this is the outboard, because it is easy to mix it up. Now that you're kind of oriented with how that goes, we got to get our tool set up. So this is the tool to do coil spring compressions. It is the safest on the market. I will post a link in the description as far as where you can get these. So this is going to essentially replace your shock absorber. Okay, it goes down through the center of your coil spring. Okay, let me show you an easier way. So get the coil spring out of the way. Put your saddle on this. Put the nuts on it. Just like that. This installs just like your shock absorber. That's where your shock absorber goes into. So this is super cool if you haven't seen this done before. I have a couple other videos on this process, but you can never have too many videos. So now take your coil spring. Whoosh. Trying not to scratch my new paint, because we just took the original springs and sandblasted them. Shot some nice new roll bar paint on there. So, okay, so that is how that goes. Now that you have your coil spring and your saddle ready to install, you got to get your top ready to go here. You have your upper shock support. You're going to go ahead and bolt this into place. And now you got your top ready to go. You got your spring assembly ready to go. We're gonna go right in like this. Get that through the upper hole right there, just like that. And we're gonna get the insulator to roll up in there nice. Sometimes you just gotta work it a little bit like that, but that's how that goes. Okay, up top here, got a washer. You got a bearing and a nut. Okay, before we get compressing this spring into place, what happens as it goes up, it naturally wants to twist as it goes up, right? And you want the control arm as it rests naturally to kind of sit nice and flat. So if you line this up nice and flat right now, by the time you're up here, it's going to be slightly crooked. So we're going to start slightly twisted in the slightest amount like that. So by the time it comes up, it's going to be straight. And also, if you're twisting after you start compressing, like see what that rubber gasket does? Whoop, whoop. So be careful with that. Get it lined up a little clocked like this beforehand, get your gasket straight, and then compress it, and you should be good. Okay, how do you know that you compressed it far enough? Well, if you can't fit your control arm in, you need to compress it more. It's usually like, you can see the mounting holes right here for the control arm. So usually you're just gonna be like, you know, at level with that. You can be slightly above it. Don't be below it, because then it's just a little trickier. The thing is with the control arms is you can kind of angle the studs a little bit. That way you can kind of sneak it right in there. But if you need to do it more, leave the tool on, do it some more. Obviously you're leaving the tool on. But anyways, so again, nice quality ACP parts. There will be links in the descriptions for those parts. I hope that helps. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think.
We'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one. I had something I was going to say. I can't remember what the heck I was going to say. Oh well.